I want to talk about the real genius around the new commercial initiative at CSI. As we walk through this, I hope you can see why this is not just another valve. 10 years ago, I woke up one morning and began to map out a vision of how we could bring a totally new concept of control to our industry. We named it the Buddy System because all the units would work together on a common data rail. We imagined the most advanced water treatment product that our industry had ever seen. So as we began to file patents, we called it water management because it was so much more than just a water softener. To take on such a large project, Aaron laid out the steps into a mind map, which looks similar to an NCAA playoff chart, starting with lots of tasks and hopefully ending in a cool product. Early into the project, we just figured we would build it on a current wired platform called Modbus, which has a common rail between all the products that the data rides on. When we stepped back, we looked at the complete landscape. It looked like we had not considered other things that we now saw as issues. You're still going to need to run wires that can come loose or even over time corrode. Still need to climb a ladder to program valves. Still need to mount and wire some kind of main control box. After much consideration, the solution was clear, but the task was huge. Here we go. We had to, first, design our own proprietary local area wireless network. Big task. Work out a gateway to the Internet of Things. Communicate with Android or Apple smart devices so that every user has the best interface that will be future-proof right in their pocket. Once that was working, we went into our development lab and began running a range of existing valves on our new platform. At first, this seemed simple. We'd just joint venture with an existing company and run their valve on the state-of-the-art network. Quickly, we realized that even valves considered to be best in the industry still lacked what we needed for the ultimate water system. Internally, our new valve needed bypass treatment remotely, have a non-bypass function during regeneration, have a shutoff position allowing both systems shut off, and the ability for the valve to be in standby mode, waiting to jump in. All without any external valves, meters, plumbing, or wiring. About this time, we decided to add Bluetooth to our existing Signature series to see just how our customers would handle this kind of new method of human-machine interface HMI. Wow, it was adopted quickly and people loved it. Most stopped using buttons altogether. That brings us to today. The new drop commercial line is born. With many patents, today the line is all Norel plastic, 1.25" and 1.5" plumbing, and this summer we'll be joined by a 2-inch valve. Also, later this summer, all the data in the app will be accessible through our web browser app, allowing you to monitor all your drop systems from one location in the browser. In commercial treatment, a phenomenon known as channeling often occurs when one tank has to handle a broad range of flow rates. In this example, a theoretical 270,000 grains per gallon is split up over 3 tanks. If this was in one tank, channeling could occur, and that's when the velocities are too low to go through the tank and actually treat the water. By breaking this up into 3 separate units, the Proplex system handles this flawlessly. In this example, 3 drop 4 cubic foot water softeners are installed utilizing the Proplex technology. As you can see, the theoretical capacity of each tank is around 90,000 grains. While the demand for water is under 20 gallons a minute, the lead tank's handling the flow. However, when the demand for water exceeds the adjustable threshold, the second tank is brought online, bringing the peak flow ability of the system up to 40 gallons a minute. This is all managed within the control valves, so no additional external valving is required to take tanks on and offline. In this example, the demand for water has exceeded 40 gallons per minute, requiring the third tank to come online. So now all 3 tanks are on to meet the current service peak. This application has a lot of variation in the water flow. So as you'll notice, the third line is taken offline, followed by the second, and so on as it continues to drop in flow rate. Once the grains capacity of the first tank is consumed, the second tank is then promoted to the lead tank, and the first tank is then taken offline to put into regeneration. At this point, the third tank is the next standby tank for when the demand spikes, followed by the first tank once it completes its regeneration. This succession continues, providing a continuous flow rate when the tanks are all available for service. Drop Proplex technology has the ability to control up to 4 water treatment stages plumbed in series. Each treatment stage can have up to 12 tanks in parallel. So you could have up to 12 softener tanks, 12 filter tanks, and 12 carbon filters, all coordinated by one drop hub. The valve size, tanks, and capacity can be selected on the specific application, so there's countless potential configurations. In addition, the systems are easily expandable. If it is determined that 40 gallons per minute meet the requirements today, but 2 years down the road, the requirement grows to 60, simply plumb in another tank, and the system will know how to handle it.